I just saw the shit that I was like the lady who had the son in his room for 20 years and wouldn't let him out. Y'all didn't see that, huh?
No. What was that on?
Let me pull it up.
Was it TikTok or Instagram? Went on CNN?
I know, Peanut. They don't like to look at nothing. A man says he was held captive in his room for 20 years and set fire to escape. This was just last month. He's 32 years old. He's been in his room since he was 12.
Who kept him there?
His stepmama and his daddy. His mama lived across the way.
And she didn't check on him.
Yeah, she looked for him, but she could never find him. It says Connecticut man who says he was held captive for 20 years chooses a new name. But it's got different articles in here. But he was held captive in his room for 20 years. And then he was 68 pounds. All they gave him was 2 cups of water
God, that's fucked
and
up.
a sandwich.
It said his former principal said that he tried to raise concerns.
For 2 decades. Then he set fire to his room in order to try to escape. And they say he weighed 68 pounds. This was April the 10th because they showed the stepmama. Because they say the daddy died last year.
That's her?
They white.
That's it right there. See, that's the stepmama. That's her. It says Kimberly Sullivan, 56, was arrested on Wednesday, charged with first-degree assault. Thank you, boo.
Get down.
Come on, get down, Peanut. She got to sit down. It's not get over. Second-degree kidnapping, first-degree unlawful restraint, cruelty to a person, and first-degree reckless endangerment. And I thought they had a picture on her of the kid. Because they just showed him from the back. But he set his room on fire.
The daddy had passed, right?
Yeah, they say the daddy had passed last year. He set fire. Here it says he lit a fire with some hand sanitizer and paper from a printer. And he lit the fire while
He was 68.
he was locked in the room from the outside. He lit the fire very well knowing he could die. But he had been locked in the room for 20 years. And for 20 years, he'd been trying to get out of that room, says the prosecutor in the court on Wednesday. You see the stepmom?
They said as bad as the victim looked.
Let me go back and find you a picture of the little boy.
So how old is he now?
32. Oh, there's his room right there.
Wow.
They boarded the windows.
That can't be him.
That's gonna be a movie.
Man, look, that's gonna be on Law and Order. They showed one. Look, they had a picture of it. Because they said the real mama didn't stay far. There it is right there. By his stepmom. He weighed 68 pounds.
Wow.
They showed a picture of it. Like from the back, they showed like the back of his, how he was all bones and shit.
Malnutrition.
You like, Lord have mercy. He looked like a little kid from the picture. But then I guess that's because he was small. But yeah, would y'all mama be able to lock y'all in y'all room? Or y'all stepmama?
Hell no. My mom wouldn't let us stay in the house. She
I
worked
was gonna
overnight.
say the minute that we got locked outside.
Shit, my mom was like at 10:30. You gotta get the fuck out of here. And don't bring your ass back in this bitch about 4 o'clock.
Not 10:30.
What?
That's 8. The school started at 8.
Shit, you gonna be drinking out the motherfucking hose outside.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wasn't no coming in and out the
What?
house unless it was raining.
They said he was held captive. Man, what they call him?
Malnutrition.
I can see it, that shit, man.
Right. What the word is? What's that word right there?
What's the word?
On TV.
Where?
Rescued after setting fire To his, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Rescue the, the emaciated.
Emaciated, yeah.
What did Kim say?
I wasn't even looking at it.
The Kim had already said it.
I was
I
like,
said, no, that ain't the word. Right, she ain't even looked at it.
I need you to start looking. Cause the second
I remember
time,
looking at this book. Girl,
that's the
listen to
second
her.
time, you know, we like, what?
Right. I wanted my freedom, the man said. According to the police, he said he had been held captive since he was about 11 years old.
So
The
he didn't go to school no more.
The investigation revealed that the man, whose name was not released, had been held captive for 20 years, enduring prolonged abuse, starvation, severe neglect, and inhumane treatment.
What was that for, though? I don't know, what, you know,
Why?
exactly.
The police said, adding that he had not received medical or dental care during that time. The suffering this victim endured over 20 years is both heartbreaking and unimaginable. And they said Kimberly Sullivan, 56, identified as the man's stepmother, was charged with assault, kidnapping, and unlawful restraint, cruelty, and reckless endangerment. She was arraigned Wednesday and was held in lieu of $300,000 bond. She owns the home and was in the house when the fire started, but evacuated safely. The man lit the fire with some hand sanitizers and some paper from a printer, and he lit the fire while he was locked in his room from the outside. As I read somewhere where one of his classmates said she remembered him coming to school and he brought a sack lunch but didn't have no lunch in it because she would give him some of her lunch. She provided food and she provided shelter. She was blown by the allegations. When he was taken to the hospital, it says he weighed about 68 pounds.
And you listening to these crazy fools?